today I wanted to post a video about my 2024 reading goals and also talk about how my 2023 reading goals went. I guess let's just start with the 2023 goals. They're not just reading goals. I think reading, channel and life goals, and there were 14 altogether, and I have to say I did really well in most of them. So let's get into that really quickly and then we'll talk more about my 2024 reading goals because I don't want to blast through those, they're quite important. My first goal, as always, was read 10 books. That was fine, obviously I did that, so tick. Goal number 2 was read down my physical TBR, which I did awfully at, and I really hope to do a 0 TBR challenge again in 2024, but I'll talk more about that in the next section of this video. Goal number 3 was to finish some series. I don't think I put a number on this, I just said I wanted to finish some, and I did. I think I've completed 12 series in 2023, which isn't bad going, to be honest. Some of them, like Throne of Glass, have been on my TBR pile for the longest time, so I'm really pleased with myself there. I'm going to do a full check-in video at some point, probably like mid-January, to talk about that. Goal number 4 was to increase my net galley percentage to 65%, which is a joke. I'll talk about my net galley percentage later on in the video, but it's nowhere near 65%, and I don't know what I was thinking when I said that I could do that. Goal number 5 was to hit 5,000 subscribers, and I didn't manage that, but my subscriber count has been increasing. Pleased with that, and I get lots of people commenting on my videos now, a lot of regular people as well who I recognise and chat to. I'm not too bothered that I didn't meet 5,000 subscribers. It wasn't really an important goal to me, I just thought it might be quite nice. Goal number 6 was to host more sprints, which I didn't do. Goal number 7 was to vlog more, and I didn't do that. Goal number 8 was to focus on projects, and I didn't necessarily focus on the ones that I thought I would. I tried to do some true crime survival disaster stuff, but that didn't happen in 2023 because I had too much going on. And then I also tried to do which book is best from which author, where I read the whole backlist and try to rank the books, but I don't think I posted any of those in 2023. I started a Kate Alice Marshall one, I didn't finish the video. I do really enjoy those videos, so I'll talk more about that in the next section, I think. And then I also said that I wanted to post 23 review videos, and I definitely didn't do that. So my reading goals went well, but then my channel goals not so much. And then for life goals, I had overpay the mortgage every month, which I have been doing, figure out the wedding budget, which I have kind of done. I said in the video that I didn't know when I was going to get legally married, and I've done that, and now I'm saving for the big wedding where we invite all of our friends, and that's not going to be until 2025. I still haven't figured out the budget entirely, but we've placed some deposits and we know a little bit about how much things are going to cost, so that's progress. Number 12 was get a built-in bookshelf, and as you can see, I've done that. It looks amazing. Number 13 was travel. Did that. I did a summer holiday to Greece in 2023, and that was really fun and enjoyable and very relaxing. And then I also, for my honeymoon, went on a road trip down to Cornwall and Devon and saw some places down there, and it was really, really good. So I'd definitely love to go back to Cornwall because it was incredible. And number 14 is get a dog, and I did that, even though that goal had a question mark against it because I wasn't sure if it was going to happen amongst everything else, but it did, so I'm really pleased with that. Overall, 2023 was a pretty decent year. There was a lot going on, and I think that's why my channel goals didn't really happen. I definitely prioritised reading over my channel because I had a lot of stuff going on at work. Some stuff I can't really talk about, but amongst other things, I had to lead a lot of consultations for redundancies for some staff members, and my company is also going through a merger, so my sort of part of the division emerging into another part of the company, and so that has been quite a lot because I've been helping a lot with that. I'm not necessarily leading it, but I'm quite involved at this point, so work has been taking up a lot of my time. So my channel has sort of, I wouldn't say suffered because I don't think it's suffering, it's a hobby, but it's taken a backseat in 2023. That was really important to me because I really wanted to keep up my reading, and in order to keep up my reading I had to kind of let my channel sort of slow down a little bit and just do the most basic videos instead of doing these really big projects, and I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. I did what I needed to do. I think 2024 is going to be much of the same in the first half of the year, unfortunately, because this merge thing is still going on, and so that's going to take up a lot of my time, and there are new processes and stuff that we have to sort out. But I'm hoping maybe in the second half of the year things will calm down, but by then other things may have happened. Who even knows at this point? So yeah, I envisage work still being quite intense. For that reason, I haven't really gone into too many more channel goals. But speaking of, let's go into my 2024 goals and I can talk you through them. First of all, I want to set my Goodreads reading goal at 10 books again because, like I said in my last video, if you remember all the way back then, I always set it to 10 books because that's achievable for me, and I tend to read a lot of books in January, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to read 10 books and then smash through that goal, and then I won't have to think about it for the rest of the year. I don't really care how many books I read per month or per year. For the past couple of years, I've been reading maybe like 150 to 160 books in a year, and that's including a lot of graphic novels and my 28 books in 28 days, which is a challenge that I do every February, but I don't really care what the actual final number is. So I'm going to set it to 10 books so I don't have any pressure. Goal number 2 is to read down my physical TBR, and I want to do a 0 TBR video on this. Can't remember if I just said that, but I think I really need to because I need to hold myself accountable. My TBR has grown out of control because I've been doing a lot of charity book shopping, and then when I'm stressed I buy books. I've been buying a lot of special editions as well, so yeah, it's not going great. I didn't used to be this bad at buying books. I don't really know what's happened. I definitely have a lot more spare money than I used to, and I think that's probably a problem, especially because I want to save for certain things, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video in the life goals section. So I really shouldn't be spending all this money, so I'm going to try to curb that in 2024. What I really want to do to help me do that is stop going charity book shopping, which is fine. I've kind of gotten out of that habit now. We don't go as much as we used to, me and my husband. I mean, we were doing like monthly charity shop trips, and they were for like clothes and stuff as well. It wasn't just for books, but there were a lot of books in Buckinghamshire for me to buy. So I'm going to stop doing that so much in 2024. And what I also really want to do is kind of give myself like a token or £1 for every physical TBR book that I read, and then put it onto a voucher for Waterstones, and then leave it on my Waterstones account, and then think about it later at some point, because I think I can probably get the same kind of enjoyment by giving myself a £5 voucher than I can for buying myself a book that I'm not going to read immediately. So yeah, I'm going to try that and see how it goes. I think that's just one idea that I've got. I also want to do some reading vlogs where I try to read back down my TBR, like try a chapter and stuff to see if I'm still interested in all of the books on it. So yeah, we'll see. I've got some ideas. We can see how it goes. It can't go much worse than it did in 2023. I can't remember what my final total of physical books in 2024 is. At the beginning of 2023, it was like 275 or something, maybe 300. And now it's probably gone up by like 100 or something, which is awful. Absolutely awful. Another goal I have is to finish a series. I've been trying to do this for the past couple of years, and it went really well in 2023, so I'm feeling a lot better about this goal and very confident as well. I do think I can finish a bunch of series. I've got some in mind, and I'll be doing a separate video about that probably later on this month if I can fit it into my schedule. Goal number 4 is to increase my NetGalley score. I was trying to get it to 65% in 2023, and I got it down to 49% from like 53, and that is horrendous. I've been really struggling with ebooks in 2023, and that's been the same for the past couple of years, so I think I'm going to have to stop requesting books on NetGalley. So I think for the first 6 months of the year, I'm not going to request anything at all. There's absolutely no need for me to do that. Most of my favourite authors I have either already requested books from over on NetGalley, or they're not releasing books in 2024. There's no need for me to even go on there apart from to post my reviews. So I'm going to focus on increasing this, and I'm hoping again to get to 65% because that just sounds like a nice number. I also really want to read more non-fiction books in 2024. I've got a few in mind, and I'm going to set my goal to 12. I think one a month should be fairly achievable, and for non-fiction I'm counting like memoirs and stuff as well, and I've got a couple of memoirs I definitely want to read. That will definitely help me get to my goal. I'm probably not going to be commuting a lot. I go into the office twice a week, and I drive with my husband, so he has to listen to these audiobooks too. But my favourite podcasts are kind of on hiatus at the moment, so I could in theory listen to more audiobooks on the drive in and out of work. So that's going to help me with that goal. And then goal number 6 for reading is to participate in more readathons. I do the Do Is 24-hour readathon twice a year, and I really enjoy the community aspect of that, but I find that not as many people are joining in with that, which is a real shame because it used to be my favourite, and now it's kind of, I think it's going downhill. So I'd really like to find more readathons with an active community, ones that take place very often, to keep me coming back. I'm going to hopefully try to find some like readathons which focus on series and also on backlist books and chunky books as well. The Tome Topple readathon was another favourite of mine, and I think that has stopped now, so I want to find something similar. And then for my channel goals, I have only 4, and again, channel stuff might take a backseat if it needs to, depending on how work and life stuff goes. So number 1, I want to host more reading sprints. I really enjoy doing them, and I really miss doing them. It's just with the puppy, it's kind of impossible for me to sit up here while my husband is out of the house because the puppy needs attention and he needs me to make sure he's not like eating something that he shouldn't be. So I need to find a way to be able to do this regularly, and I'm thinking I might try and do them every Monday, and hopefully during his nap time. I do have a laptop now, so I could in theory do these sprints downstairs while he is with me. I just don't know how chaotic that might be. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. Maybe I can show you the puppy or something. Goal number 2 is to vlog more, and I'm keeping this quite broad. I don't really know what I mean by vlogging more. I don't know whether I mean like weekly reading vlogs, like once a month or something, just to keep the practice, or if I want to do like challenge reading vlogs or something, or again like which author is best reading vlog, something like that. I really enjoy going back and looking at my old vlogs, so I think it would be quite interesting for me to try to do that more, so then I can go and look back the previous year, previous couple of years. I did try to vlog a lot in November when we first got the puppy, because I thought it would be really cool to see how he's growing and how he is changing, but then I was too busy. He is so tiring, so I didn't do that. Number 3 is that I want to post more review videos. I kind of struggle with these. I really enjoy doing them, but I really struggle if I'm feeling kind of meh about the books. So if I have a bunch of 3-star books, I really don't want to review them on my channel, because that means that my feelings are just like borderline, like it's fine, and there's not really much, I guess, passion is what I keep describing it as. I don't really get into the books that much, which is a shame, because I really enjoy talking about books that I read, and also it's really good evergreen content, so it'll be really good for my channel. My most watched videos are review videos, so it makes sense to do more of those. It's just I have a lot of 3-star reads sometimes, so it's really difficult. I also find it quite difficult to find the time to review the book immediately when the thoughts and feelings are still fresh in my head. I really don't like reviewing books like a couple of weeks later, because then I've forgotten a lot of my like initial thoughts and feelings. Even if I write them down, it's just not the same. So I think I need to try to review videos closer to the time that I finish the book in order to complete this challenge. And the final goal for this challenge is going to be to recap books consistently. I brought this feature over to Booktube from my Recaptain's website in November 2023, and it's something that I've been meaning to do for absolute years. It makes sense for me. If I'm doing written recaps, I should also be doing video recaps, and I think people would really enjoy them. Coming up, I've already got a few plans. I think I have already posted my Iron Flame recap by the time you're watching this, but if not, that's coming very, very soon. It's just a pain to edit. And I also really want to recap Gideon the Ninth, which I've already planned out. I just need to record, and also A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I think that one would be a really fun to recap as well, especially as it's one of my favourites, and the show is coming out soon at some point. I don't actually know if there's a release date yet. So yeah, that's all of my channel goals. I don't think I really want to go for like a subscribers goal again, not because I'll be disappointed if I don't get there. If I don't care about the goal, then what's the point in setting it? If that makes sense. Yeah, if I get to 5,000, then that's going to be really cool. Maybe I could do something about like getting properly monetized in 2024, because I used to be monetized back in the day. I'm sure a bunch of you have heard this story already. I was monetized years ago, back when I was first booktubing, because back then YouTube first of all had partners and only then could be monetized, and then they opened up the monetization thing for everyone. Maybe there were like small targets or something that you had to hit, and then they took that away because it was better for advertisers. They could say that they're only advertising people with larger audiences and good watch time. That's when they introduced the 4K watch hours thing, and by that point I had already been monetized for a while. I was at £59, which was almost the threshold to get the first check or payment, I guess, because that was 60. And so Google have been holding this £59 for years, which they owe me, and so if I get monetized again, then I can get that £59 back once I make an extra £1, and then probably demonetize my channel, because I'm just not interested in making money from it. Eventually I'd have to start thinking about like tax and stuff, and I just can't be bothered. I just want that £60 that they owe me, because it's really annoying me that I've got that in my AdSense account and they're not giving it to me. I can probably shut down my AdSense account and get it, maybe, but I haven't actually looked into that. It just seems more worthwhile to get monetized at some point and then make £1 so that they can give me my money. And then finally, I have some life goals. I only have 3. First of all, I want to save for the wedding, which, like I said, is in 2025 in July, so I've got some time, and I do need to pour a lot of money into that. I think we've already made some deposits, so that's good, because the money is sort of like slowly leaving the account, but I do need to keep actively saving every single month for that. And then goal number 2 is to save for Australia. So one of our friends is getting married in Australia on the 30th of December 2024, and he told us this a few weeks ago, and me being me, I've gone into full-blown planning mode, because not only am I saving for my wedding, I'm having to save for plane tickets to go over to Australia, and also the accommodation once I'm there. And I thought, once we're over there, we might as well do a mini road trip, not in like a snobby, oh, might as well just do this and spend extra money way, but I don't want to go all the way over to Australia on a 22-hour flight to then just travel back a couple of days later after the wedding. Yeah, I think we can do this. It's going to be a lot of money. I've already got some money saved for like future holidays, which we'll just spend on this, and that's probably going to be the only holiday we go on in 2024, because we're not going to be able to afford anything else. I don't really know how much we're going to have to save. I'm going to have to look into that. I've probably got enough already for my flight, but not my husband's. So yeah, I could go, and then I don't know where I'd stay, but I could go there. And then goal number 3 is to finish decorating the porch. So back in, I think 2022 now, we got a porch extension at the front of the house. We haven't finished painting it, so it's all plastered and we've got the kind of mist coat on, but we've just never gotten around. Basically, we got so sick of painting that mist coat because it's such an odd shaped room that we then never finished painting the porch and the toilet that was put in, WC, whatever you want to call it. I want to do that in 2024. It might be a long project because I want to take my time with it. I've got some ideas for the porch to make it look nice, and we are potentially going to get the same carpenter who did these bookshelves to come in and do a little like cupboard sort of thing for us. And also we need to fix the toilet door because that wasn't installed properly by the builder. I don't think he actually knew how to do doors because he's messed up all 3 of the ones that he put in. Yeah, we need to get that fixed and then we can paint. That's the goal for 2023. So that might take all year. So that's the only house project that I'm putting on this list, especially because obviously we're saving for the wedding, we're saving for Australia. I don't want to spend a load of money on the house when I don't need to. And then 2025, I think I'm going to finish off this room that I'm in because I've done the bookshelf now. So then we can just do blinds, custom desks and a new floor, and then this room will be completely done, which will be amazing. But that's definitely a project for next year. For now, let's just focus on the porch. So those are all of my goals for 2024. I realise I'm not being very ambitious and there aren't many like numbers on these goals because I just don't like numbers. I never seem to reach them. Like, I didn't increase my NetGalley score by just 65%. I didn't get my TBR down past 275, I think I said I wanted to do. So maybe numbers are just not for me. I'm not going to do a follow-up video to this goals video until next year at this point because I don't really like checking in with goals quarterly or anything. Maybe that's why I never reach them, perhaps. But I do really like doing statistics, so I'll go into my statistics and stuff every 3 months and see how that's going. And then also, like I said, I will do a 0 TBR video, a series check-in video, and probably a NetGalley check-in video to talk about my progress, and hopefully do those quite regularly as well. At least those videos should hold me accountable somewhat if I actually do them. So overall, I think they're quite achievable. Let me know in the comments below if you're setting any goals this year. If not, tell me why not. I'm very interested to know. I'm quite relaxed about my goals, clearly, so if you're not doing any, then completely understand why. If you are doing goals for 2024, let me know what they're going to be. At the very least, tell me how many books you're hoping to read. I think that would be very interesting to see how many differences there are. So thank you for watching. I will speak to you all in the next video. Bye.